Senator, what are the politics of that?
Well, Stu, first of all, we need to give Aisha some type of extra pay for being threatened over there so often as well. But the politics of bringing refugees over here right now, it's not the time or the place. I wake up concerned about the health, safety, and security of Americans, and in my opinion, there's no way to properly vet people who live in Gaza right now. It's not like you can run a police report on them. It's not like the FBI is going to say, are these folks part of some type of a terrorist organization? So I want to be a compassionate people, but I think right now it's too much of a threat to our country to bring loads of people through this process.
Is he offering to bring Palestinian refugees to America as a sop to Arab and Muslim and Palestinian voters in Michigan? Is he trying to buy off the voters of Michigan by bringing more Palestinians to America? Is that what's going on?
Well, Stu, you make a great point. That makes perfect sense to me. But I always rely back on, I'm not a politician. I'm a doctor. I want to make sure that people are safe and secure. Typically, in past years, we brought 30 or 40,000 refugees like this to our country. Joe Biden wants to bring 125,000 refugees in a setting right now where we're having 5,000 or 10,000 illegal aliens cross our border already. We simply can't handle this type of volume. These people are not vetted properly.
Trump says the protesters are deliberately trying to distract from what's going on at the border. That's what he's been saying. Do you agree with that, Mr. Senator?
Oh boy, I think it's very, very complicated. I think that these riots, these protesters are very well organized. They're orchestrated. The first thing we need to do is remove anybody that's not a student that's on those campuses protesting, get them out of the schools, and then we'll see who's left standing as well. I think it's very complicated on who's trying to show what, but it is another shiny object to distract from what the true problem is. And I do think this administration does that a lot. Even the Trump trials, one of the reasons they want those to go on is to distract what's really going on at the border, distract from the 300 Americans that are dying every day from fentanyl poisoning.
A federal judge upheld a ruling that allows non-citizens to vote in local elections in Washington, D.C. Senator, are you doing something about that?
Absolutely. I want to remind your listeners that though I'm always in favor of local control, that Washington, D.C. is not a state. It is a federal district, and by the Constitution, the Congress has control of it. Again, I go back to this safety and security theme. Washington, D.C. is not a safe place to be right now. Very few days go by that I don't hear of a staff member physically assaulted, carjacking. We've had murders up here. I'm scared to let people come from back home to visit us. I'm scared for my family members, staff members walking to and from work. So we need to exert our constitutional control and require that we have citizens, only allow citizens to vote in this particular local elections. That's what the Constitution provides for.
Senator, always a pleasure. Thank you very much for being on the show. We'll see you again soon. Thank you, sir.